we are going to talk about markets. A market is a place where suppliers and demanders meet each other. On this market, we always have a certain price for the product. We've got different kinds of markets. I'm going to give you a few examples because with every market we also have another price. We have another word, specific word that we use for that price. If we are going to talk about a mortgage loan, then of course you are going to pay interest to the bank. That's the price that you are going to pay. If you are going on a holiday to America, you need dollars in order to buy things over there. So what you are going to do is you are going to buy dollars, but the price that you are going to pay, it depends on the exchange rate, wisselkoers. And if you need labor, if you need people who are going to work for you, you need to pay them a certain price. We call that wage. Chapter 8, they talk about demand and supply. Demand are the consumers. They would like to buy a certain product. So they're demanding that product. They would like to have it. Producers, they supply the product. The difference between goods and services. Goods, well, goods you can touch them. These are tangible or material products. Services, however, are intangible or immaterial products. You get a certain service, you get advice, or you can grab a cab and go to location B. Then you get a service. You can't touch it actually, what you get. The demand curve, this is a line which expresses the relationship between the demand and the price of the product. And this can be expressed within a line. So if you are going to ask people, at this certain price, will you buy this product? You will notice the higher the price, the less people will say, I would like to buy this product. Less demand. The lower the price, you will notice that more people will say, yes, I would like to buy that product at that price. So that's the reason why this line, if you choose the vertical line, the price, and on the horizontal line, the demand, that it will go down. With this price, if I'm going to the right, I can read on the horizontal line that the demand is 200. But with 10 euros, you will notice that the demand went up. That's a characteristic for the demand. The same applies to the supply curve, the other way around, of course. A line which expresses the relationship between the supply and the price of the product. The suppliers, of course, they will, the moment that they can get a higher price for their product, they will supply more of that product. At 20 euros, if I'm going to the right, you will notice that they will supply this amount. But at 30 euros, they will supply this amount. Well, people have got a good feeling about how economics works because if I'm going to ask you, I'm going to give you some information. The supply of bracelets is very high and the demand for bracelets is very low. What will happen in the end with the price? And a lot of students say the price will go down because if the supply is very high, but not a lot of people would like to have that bracelet, you will have a lot of supply that is left. And in order to sell it, the price needs to go down. Supply bracelet is very low and the demand for bracelets is very high. What will happen with the price? The price will go up. Far more people would like to have that product compared to the amount of supply, the supply demand. The supplied amount. So in the end, the price will go up. We can draw the supply line and the demand line also in one graph. And what is very interesting is that at a certain point, they intersect, they meet each other. Both lines meet each other. That means that at this price, €1.50, if I go to the right, I don't meet one line first, I meet them at the same point. We call this the equilibrium price. With this price, the amount, because if I go down, is the same. QD, demand, QS, supplied, is the same. We call this the equilibrium price. We call this the equilibrium quantity. Yeah? This is where the market comes to rest. This is the price that will happen eventually. With mathematics, you learned that you can also calculate the equilibrium price and the equilibrium quantity, because in the test I will give you the comparisons, these, and you need to solve. Because at this price they are the same, QD and QS are the same, you can also say this one equals this one. Over here you can see it. And what we are going to do is we are going to solve with which P is this one the same with this one. I found out that it was 18.33 euros. If you calculated that number, make sure that you fill it in this equation and in this one. If the number is the same at this side compared to that side, then you know I've got the right price. I've got the right equilibrium price. If it's not correct, you need to solve it once again. This is an example of QD, minus 20p plus 600. The reason why this one is minus, because we already said the moment that the price will go up, QD needs to go down. And that's the reason why we've used over here a minus. And if the price go up, then the quantity that is supplied goes up also as well. So that's why there's a positive connection between P and QS. However, here there's a negative connection, negatief verband. Homogeneous products and heterogeneous products. Homogeneous products are products who are considered by the consumer as the same. They are identical, and that's the reason why there's only one price. Yeah. Heterogeneous products are products which consumers consider to be different. They are not identical. And that's the reason why there are different prices. Yeah. If you need detergent, the one person prefers Dash and the other person prefers Persil. Yeah. Here's an example of homogeneous product and heterogeneous product. Cucumber, there's one price that will occur for this product. But a haircut at the hairdresser, well, people see differences between a haircut. And that's the reason why they go to person A and the other one goes to person B. And that's also why it's justified to have different prices. A Philips share. If I'm going to offer you 2 shares, it doesn't matter which one you would like to have. They are the same if you ask the people. And that's the reason why there's one price. For the dollar, we don't have different exchange rates for the dollar. We just have one exchange rate for the dollar because the product itself is the same. I would like to give you a tip regarding this exercise where you get a description and you need to tell me with which graph, where does it apply to, this description. First of all, try to find out in this description, are they going to talk about suppliers or are they going to talk about demand? If they are going to talk about demand, then the line will always go like this. Demand. We saw that earlier over here. This is the demand line. So if they are going to talk about demand in the description, you need to find a graph where the line goes like this. If they are going to talk about supply, then you need to find a graph with a line that goes like this. We are going to try and solve it. The first one, this curve indicates the behavior of consumers towards a product belonging to the primary needs. Upon a price change of this product, the quantity demanded will change relatively little. So what they are talking about, this is about demand. So it could be possibly this one, Or it could be this one. You're going to talk about graph 5 and graph 4 the moment that with each price they are going to buy more of that product or less with each price, or they are going to offer you more from that product with each price. And in this case, they are not talking about that. So I need to use this one or this one. This curve indicates the behavior of consumers towards a product belonging to the primary needs. Upon a price change of this product, the quantity demanded will change relatively little. Take a look. If I choose this price and I go to the right, I can read this amount. If I change the price a lot, like this price, and I'm going to the right, what I will find out that I went a little bit to the right, but the amount isn't affected a lot. The demand will be changed relatively little. That's the reason why graph 1 is A. Yeah? The suppliers of this product, suppliers, ding, 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 so you already know which kind of line you need. The suppliers of this product will not market this product until they know for a certain that they can at least fetch a certain price for it. At this price, they don't offer the product. At this price, it's not possible to go to the right. They will not offer that product. But at this price, this is the first moment. It's about a supplier. This is the first price that I can go to the right. So graph 6. One more. In this situation, more suppliers have appeared on the market so that the products are offered at the same, more products are offered at the same price. The moment that you read something like this, there is more, they will offer more products at the same price or less, or they will demand more with each price, you always know that you will have to look for two different lines. Because they talk in this description about the suppliers, and the line of suppliers goes up like this, it's graph 4. Because at this first price, they offered this amount. But now, at this price, you can go further to the right, and you will meet a larger amount. So with every price, you can go further to the right. In this situation, more suppliers have appeared on the market so that more products are offered at the same price. Good luck.